Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this tutorial we're going to look at the 5 uses of Perplexity Spaces. Okay, like we know, Perplexity is a free AI tool that you can use for your own research, text generation, and so much when it comes to generative AI. Okay, so we'll start by learning how to access it. So we come to your search bar and just type in Perplexity AI, just like so. Hit on enter, and you brought in over here. You can click on this Perplexity AI. Like we know, it's a free to use AI tool. So of course you have to sign up. You have to create an account, and you can sign up directly with Google or with an Apple account or with an email and password if you have used it before. So let's say I'm going to sign up with one of my Gmail accounts. And once we sign up to Perplexity, this is the platform you'll be welcomed with. Ordinarily, it looks like the normal ChatGPT that you know, where you have the search area. And then over here, you have the option to use the search feature or research feature for advanced analysis. And you can consult the website and even report sources for you. And then you have other features over here, like you can do speech to text. You can just speak to it and it will conduct the research for you. Or you can search the web, or you can upload your particular data directly using some of these features. Now, but our main target for today is to look at spaces. Now, spaces are very, very interesting because they give you the opportunity to upload more than one files, and you can conduct your research or your charts based on those specific files that you've uploaded. Okay, so you can upload multiple files, and you can even do generalize or draw conclusions out of those particular charts that you've been conducting with AI at the end of it all. Now you can be able to set AI instructions in that you can convert materials, complex materials, into easy to understand formats like frequently asked questions, so you can create briefing docs when you have a space. Okay, so very easily. And then another advantage is that it enables you to collaborate with others. So you can work with your team members on a particular space very easily. So you have the option to work together, citing different kind of content and even analyzing or giving tasks and conducting them together. So let's start by creating a simple space, and then we can see this is the first usage of a space. So let's start by saying conduct research for my master's program, for example. All right, so down here, this is the title, and the description is optional. So you can put in any description that you want. And let's say analyze all my papers here for literature review, for example. And then you have custom instructions, which you can learn how to add this much later. It's optional, but we can learn how to add it much later. So you can go ahead and say continue to create your own space. And you can see right now our space has been created. Okay, so the name of the space is conduct research for my master's program. Now you can upload the files, you can add links, you can add instructions if you want. So for example, in our own case, you can click to add the instruction. Let's say we'll copy this. Let's go to our old friend ChatGPT, and then we can click create a new chat, and then we can paste in this. Can you create me a sample instruction, custom instruction for a space on Perplexity AI on the topic. Okay, so this is topic, and you can hit on enter, and this is going to return the custom instruction that you're going to use for that particular space that you've just created. Now you can go ahead and copy all of this, and then you can use it on your Perplexity. You can go back to your Perplexity, and then you can add this as your custom instruction. And once you're okay with this, you can say okay, and now you have added your custom instruction to this particular page. So now the next thing is, let's try to upload some sources so that we can be able to conduct some research about this. So let's go and upload some research papers. So let's say we add files. Okay, so let's say I have these research papers. Okay, I select these 3 and then click on open, and this is going to upload these papers, and then we can kind of conduct some charts with it. So this is the first usage, how you can analyze, draw conclusions, do critical analysis of your research article or papers that you're working on a particular project. Okay, so let's say we have added 3 sources. You can see searching 3 sources, and then we can go ahead and add questions regarding these particular sources. And it has given us some suggestions. For example, summarize the key findings in my papers, chart research trends across my papers, suggest recent publications to include. Okay, so let's say I have these questions. Can you generate a summary of the research papers I have uploaded? So let's hit on enter. And as you can see, it is reading through the papers and fetching the information, and let's see what it is going to come up with. So it has analyzed them, and you can see the uploaded research paper titled A Review of Flood Management from Flood Control to Flood Resilience. These are the key findings that it has found. The key points from the paper include this. Okay, so you can see for this paper, for this one as well, we can click. Okay, so it has returned this. You can see your results from the papers that you've uploaded. Overall, the paper include that it's integrating resilience into flood risk management offers a more effective and sustainable approach. And you can click here to see the source of where it has picked in the paper. So it has analyzed the paper on flood management from control to resilience. So this is very, very interesting. And then you can, on your own, draw conclusion, or you can write or export the content directly from this, or you can copy directly and go and paste it somewhere, or you can view the source that it has picked in from this information. So what are the key findings of the flood management research paper? How has the approach to flood management evolved over the years? Could be another question that you can just ask, and it is going to go ahead and see in based on the searches that you have. So this is going to be based on the available resources, and then now you are searching, or you are conducting the research within a particular space. So which means you can kind of conclude directly. So what can you conclude on this as to methods to mitigate flooding in Nigeria? So let's say we send in this and be able to see based on this, it is going to come up with what we need. Okay, so this is what it has created for us, a lot of details, and it applied it to the Nigerian context, what we can actually use to build resilience to flooding in Nigeria. Okay, so this is how to conclusively generate and work within a particular space. Okay, so let's go into the second usage. Let's create another space so we can go to the next usage. For example, we can come to spaces and then we can click to create a new space. This is the first space that we have. So let's say this one is on analyzing YouTube videos. So we can avoid the description and the custom instruction for now. We can just go ahead and click on generate. And then this is now analyzing YouTube. So let's add sources. For example, let's say I have links. Let's add the link over here. I have these 2 links. So let me remove this second one. So we can add this link. You can add as many links as you want. So let's add the second one, removing this first one, and then we can click to add. So we have 2 videos that are from Epic Mentorship, and we can click to close this, and then we can add it. Can you summarize the content of each of the videos added on this space? Okay, so let's say we have this question and then we don't enter, and then it's going to go through it. So you can see this is the analysis. The YouTube link one is on turning data into stunning visuals with Flourish Studio, and that's very correct. And this is a summary. These are the 3 takeaways from the video, which is as we've expected. So the second video is on get free access to the base AI models with Not Diamond AI, and this is a summary of the video. These are the 3 takeaways. And then in summary, this is it. Flourish Studio and the Not Diamond AI empowers users to create a beautiful interactive data visualization with minimal effort, as well as the Not Diamond empowers visuals to democratizes access to leading AI models, streamlining workflows for writing, research, and creativity, all for free. Okay, so this is from this particular AI. So this is the second usage. You can bring in any YouTube video, maybe no matter how many, it is going to help you to analyze and create content out of them. So let's look at the third usage of Perplexity Spaces. So let's go back here. and let's create a new space. And let's say this one is about product analysis. Okay, so we can go ahead and click on continue, and then we can come over here. This on product analysis. You can ask it, can you list the trending cameras of 2025 along with their specifications and prices. So let's say we have this, and let's see how it is going to generate those. So we can see it has generated the cameras that we need, and then the trending ones: Canon EOS R5 Mark II, Fujifilm TX X-T5, Nikon Z6 III. You can see them, and with their respective details, specifications, as well as the prices for your own usage. So you can ask further questions to this, and you can rewrite or ask related questions to this. So what are the top features of the Sony A7V and this one as well, if you want to ask further questions. So the most important part is that it comes down with all the sources that you can click. For example, if you click on this, you'll be able to see the source where it picked in the details or specifications, and as well as the prices that it is used for this. So the best digital camera for 2025, it uses some of these features. Okay, so you can just take a look and have an understanding, and even have follow-up questions. If you have selected, for example, number 3, it is going to give you further details as regards that particular number that you select. So this is third usage of Perplexity Spaces. So you can go ahead and list as many products and ask it to analyze it for you. To the next usage, let's go back to Spaces, and then let's create a new space. And then let's say we want to have trending things on AI. Okay, so this is going to be in trending things in AI, and then you can go back and then you can start asking your question. For example, I have this prompt: can you give me trends and innovation on AI in engineering within this 2025? Okay, so it's going to bring in the latest trends to consult different kind of articles, and then it's going to bring in the different happenings, the latest happenings as regards the AI in engineering. So you can see AI and machine learning integration into engineering. This is what is coming up, and you can see AI driven manufacturing and product development, AI performance, transparency and ethics, intersection with cybersecurity and data prevention. We can see quite a number of these things, and then even it came up with some key courses that we can use or other sources that you can consult. While even still while writing, you can see the latest ones, the sources that it has come up with, that you can easily click to have an understanding of where it actually picked in those images. Now the good side of this is that, so you can see, so these are the sources where it picked in those information that it has given us. So this is the source where it picked in those information. Quite useful and very credible. So we can come over here, and then conclusively we can ask it further question and say, what can you see deduct based on this trend at the end, by the end of 2025? So what can we deduce now based on what is happening? So it is going to give you the information. So by the end of 2025, based on the current trends in AI engineering, several key deductions can be made. So these are some of the things. So the key part, or what I want to highlight here, is you can conduct a specific research within this particular space, and it can deduct answers or make conclusions based on your submissions within a particular space. So let's look at the fifth one, which is going to be trend analysis or blog analysis. So let's go back to Spaces. Let's say we'll create a new space, and then this is going to be blog analysis. For example, we have series of blogs. We can ask it to bring out the top 5. Can you give me the top 10 blogs for public speaking? Okay, can you give me the top 10 blogs for public speaking? And then this is going to return the top 10 blogs that it is thinking are going to be best for my own usage. We can see each one of them: public words blog, speak up for success blog, sketch bubble blog, and so on. And in each case, you can click to have a direct link to that particular blog, and you'll be able to see 80 public speaking blogs and websites where it picked in this one. So this public words blog, you can click to actually visit this blog and see what they are doing. So it's very, very useful, and you're picking this information as well. For this blog public words, you can see it very, very nice, and why it picked it you can be able to see from here. Okay, so public speaking, offer tips, motivation, humor, and insights, and among these you can ask further questions as well. You can see most of them. So can you give me a summary of the number 8 and key takeaways from it? Okay, from number 8. So you can now ask follow-up questions based on that particular number 8. So summary of the Arista Communication Incorporation blog, which is number 8. So this is the summary. Is founded by this is a leading consultancy specializing in executive communication, coaching, and training. So the blog focuses on helping senior leaders and executives communicate with confidence. Okay, so these are the key takeaways also from that particular blog. So you can be as specific as you want, as you can, as regards what you are looking for, but this actually summarizes the usage of spaces in Perplexity AI depending on what you are trying to create. You can be as specific or as broad as you want, but you can have complete conversations within a particular space. Okay, so this concludes this simple tutorial about the 5 uses of Perplexity Spaces within Perplexity AI. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you find it useful, please leave a like, and don't forget to always hit the subscribe and notification buttons to keep enjoying videos like this. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.